I'm Sarah Hall, Tourism and Marketing Manager for Akagera National Park. You're watching Business Agenda on TV10.
Welcome back to Business Agenda, and it is day 2 right here at the Akagera National Park.
Now, in respect to giving back to the community, Akagera National Park usually holds educative sessions where they bring children from around the schools here at the park and they tell them about community service and about conservation and how to give back to the community.
kuzana ba mukerarugendo nukuvuga iki niba pariki icunzwe neza niba ifite inyamaswa zose niba ifite inyabuzima byose niba icunzwe neza muri rusange.
Yes, and so we will be talking to the people behind this initiative and to know why they find it necessary to educate the children around this area when it comes to national parks and conservation.
Wherever there is a national park, that means that there is a law. This place was initially not a national park until 1934. We are actually celebrating 80 years anniversary of Akagera National Park since it was gazetted as a national park. So, but when you do that, that means that people who have been used to going to the national park to use some resources, they are deprived of that. So that is always going to create a conflict. And my job as someone who works with the communities, I have to convince them that the national park is there for an important purpose, it's serving an important purpose, and to make them understand that purpose and to, get their support. We explain why we need to give these animals a chance, because not only do tourists come to see these animals and give Rwanda money, but also their children, like you just saw, children came into the park, they want to see the animals, they're excited, they're asking lots of questions. So we have to conserve these animals even for the future generations.
Akagera Management Company just sit and decided we want a community friends guide to come and help the permanent park, the guide that are here. Just they pass the announcement, then more people they come, 120 people they come. That's we got to interview different exam, then they select 24 people, they come to attend the trainings. Then after they select those who are enough, just have capacity to doing that community friends guide. And now, by now we are 15 people doing that job.
And usually, African Parks offers the opportunity to get a feel for the management of a national park on behind-the-scene tours to the headquarters and to meet their staff. Interestingly, because Rwanda is particularly strong on gender equality, Akagera National Park has many female guides, a rare breed on most African safaris.
I think actually people really enjoy seeing a female guide here, and they're actually really popular. So we've got 5 female guides working in the park, full-time guides. Also, some of our community freelance guides are female, and people seem to really appreciate the fact that there is that female influence. They offer something different, and they're very good with children and very good with the school groups that come through, and they've just got a kind of friendlier, calmer nature, I suppose, and people appreciate it. They're very approachable, and I think people like to see that.
Akagera's wildlife has increased significantly over recent years, and the latest count estimates that the park is now home to some 8,000 large animals. The new perimeter fence completed in late 2013 should also impact positively on these numbers.
We operate on business principles, so definitely game viewing. Self-drive game viewing is the biggest thing people come to see. We also offer a range of activities such as night drives and boat trips, which are quite popular. We opened at the end of 2012 Ruzizi Tented Lodge, which we operate as a separate business, although 100% of the profits go back into the management of the park, and that has been very successful and contributes quite significantly to the park budget. Then we've also got the Akagera Game Lodge, which is not run by the management of the park. It's independent independently owned and managed. They're a butchery, ex-poachers that have started a butchery together, so they now have a legitimate business, and make sure that they're aware of where that money is coming from, and in turn they will then support conservation activities within the park.
I separated myself from poachers because before we will go into the forest and poach animals, and then we will get what we will feed on and sell the rest. The government came and told us that we were destroying national resources. They sensitized us against destroying these resources and said we as poachers will come together and form a cooperative. So we started the cooperative. We were then contributing 1,000 Rwandese francs and we lend each other. The group grew and we brought a cow. Then RDB came here and sensitized us against being poachers, and they supported us in our endeavors as entrepreneurs. We now even have different sites where we work from.
Where 5% of the revenue from all of 3 national parks in Rwanda go into a big pot, and then it's distributed for community development surrounding each of the 3 national parks. So the more income we are earning as a park, the better off the community will be, the more money that will be available to them. Well, we try and do quite a bit of social media. Rwanda has quite a good social media network, so we've been working on things like Twitter and Facebook and trying to kind of get our visibility on those platforms, websites and articles in local publications. We try and put out some articles and advertising in local publications, newspaper, the New Times and things like that. We try and put a bit of news stories out, and there's definitely some newsworthy things happening this year, particularly like the 80th anniversary. So we try and put ourselves out there as much as possible, and our visitor numbers are increasing. Over the past 4 years they've gone up by over 70%, and gone up equally. 50% of our visitors are Rwandan nationals, which is something that we're really proud of and want to encourage, and they're increasing equally with international visitors and residents in Rwanda as well.
Well, that's it from us from this agenda, and of course the Akagera National Park. As you can see behind us, we've just left the magnificent park, and of course we do hope that you've learned a lot and that you're eager to come visit the beauty of our country.
That's right, Fiona. Now we have an informative and entertaining season 2 for you, so stay tuned right here on Business Agenda. We'll keep you abreast on business happening all over the country. My name is George Ndirango.
And I'm Fiona Mbavazi.
Bye-bye for now. Now, as we usher in Fiona has taken something.